you know. And then a lot of us want something without putting the work into it. You know, you get out what you put in. Like I said, I didn't go to college until later in life. And at that time, I was in a very abusive relationship. But I said, you know what, one thing with me, anything I do, and that's what it should be like, anything that y'all do it to the best of your ability, and that will show. So I was determined, you know what, I got to deal with this BS right now, but I'm going to have my degree in a few years. And I did, graduated, you know, made Dean's List every semester, and I never looked back. But I knew what I wanted. I said, you know, I'm no better than anyone, but I'm better than this. And I'm going to do better. And that's right, you got to pray you got to pray and speak. Did you ever get angry? Never. Angry with God? No. I was raised in the church. I'm a firm believer. You don't question God. You know, my brother and my father was murdered 7 months and 2 days apart in 2004. And in between that, I lost godmother, a niece, a nephew. So, you know, I cried, of course, but I've never, and that's the honest to God truth, because I know better. He doesn't make mistakes. That's one thing that God doesn't do, is make mistakes. At the first breath, each one of our first breaths, it was all written. You know, your death date was already there. Some of us was meant to live 6 months, 6 years, 60 years. I'm a very true believer of that. That it was all written. So it's just up to you how you write it. I mean, it's already written on how you play it. And that you make the best out of it. You know, I say look at your life as a book. It's up to you what characters are in that book, what part they play in your book, and how long they play it. So it's up to you how your story's going to end. You can't judge the length of it, but you can judge what it's going to be. Whether it's going to be a tragedy, a comedy. You can, you know, that's up to you. You know, we hold on to the wrong things. A lot of us are, you know, you hold on, you're worrying about what sister so-and-so going to say, what cousin so-and-so going to say. You know, you hold on to the wrong things. But when you put God first, yourself second, of course they put yourself first, but after God, you watch how things fall in place. Like I said, when you really, and see, you just can't pray. You got to pray and believe. You can't pray and worry, and you can't pray a weak prayer either. You can't do neither one of those things. You know, so, excuse me, your prayers are already answered. But see, a lot of times God is waiting for you to be ready for Him to answer that prayer. He know you ain't ready. You know, He know that you ain't ready. It's going to come to pass. But sometimes everything's in a due season. I'm a true believer that everything is in season and within reason. Let's see. Someone asked me, do labels within the LGBT community harm us? Do the labels divide and alienate us more from each other and the rest of society? I don't think so. Y'all know how I feel. I don't do labels. Don't do it at all. I think the labels don't harm us as a community. I think sometimes the label harms the person. Excuse me. Because the person has labeled themselves, or society has labeled them, oh, she's an AG. So maybe the person like dressing in sneakers and jeans. That's just how they feel comfortable. But this is what everybody is looking for them to do, is to be an AG. So they're you know, so they're harming themselves. I don't think it harms us. You know, I think it's harming you. Because you may be living a life that's a lie. You know, trying to impress whoever. That, okay, I like to dress like this, but hey, I am a fan inside. So, labels, I don't think labels on, okay, labels only harming yourself. It makes only some point. Thank yous. Sarcasm want me to do that. And I will. You know what it is, how I'm sitting here recording, I'm very comfortable with, but I haven't learned how to hold the camcorder, and I know you got me that thing, the tripod. Long story short, yes, I will do that. I will do some makeup tutorials. Girl, I went to cosmetology school way back in the day before I went to health school. I wasn't always, I tell people, that's what I say, everything's a process. You can't think you're too good for anything. It ain't no job ain't there. I didn't always have these titles behind it. So, you got to be willing to do anything to get where you want to be. So I don't think it divides us. Like I said, it's us that divides us. Like even me, I can be honest, being a lesbian. Like sometimes I would see AG and AG couples and I'm like, what's that about? And this is like, damn. And even when you see two film couples or two of any of the same type couples, but it's who you love. And that was a learning process for me. This was long time ago. But, I had to learn. Like I said, even with myself. I used to get upset when someone would call me aggressive. I ain't no... Then I had to realize it is what it is. Like I said, it's not about how you dress, it's what's in here. It's what's in here. So, excuse me. So it's I don't just say divide and alienate us. Society alienates us from them. I don't think it's so much of us. Because just say, when I say that, I'm just thinking on a party scene. If we go to a straight party, we're a spectacle, everybody looking, if it's 10 of us at a straight party. They don't welcome us. As opposed to if it's a gay party, we ain't paying attention to no doggone body. It could be some straight folks in there, some crippled folks, some crazy folks. Everybody welcome. So, I don't think that we alienate ourselves from society. I think society, and if we do, we're pushed to do that. Because we know what it is. I can be, like I said, very honest. I supervised a lot of people for years in the healthcare field, and I wasn't out. It was obvious, but because of my position and my title, my degree, I didn't feel comfortable because I would listen to what people would say. Because with me, unless I tell you, well, I can't even say that. Maybe if you're gay, you'll know. But a lot of times, at that time, I'm wearing suits every day or whatever. But girly suits, unless I tell you, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. So, what I was saying is I would sit and I would listen to all of the negative things said about gay people. And a lot of times I wanted to go to HR and go to all that. But, I just didn't feel to. So, when I left that position, yes, feel better, Leah. When I left that position, I just made a whole lot of changes in the last few years. I'm like, you don't like it? Excuse me, you know what? That's your problem. Don't look. Because I'm a beautiful person inside. I'm not harming anybody. I can't help who I love. I'm going to still love you if you don't love me. And that's the honest to God truth. So I don't really think that we alienate ourselves from society. I really don't think so. Let's see.